Witnessed by hundreds of thousands of spectators each year, the Calgary Stampede continues to draw the attention of many to decorate their own float. But wait a minute, there are guidelines. To explain more, it's Michael Weatherup, who's the first vice chair with the Calgary Stampede Parade Committee. This has been for you a family legacy.
Yes.
You've been involved, you mentioned since 18, you were not a parade marshal.
I was a street marshal.
Street marshal at the age of 18.
Yes.
But your family's been involved with the Calgary Stampede Parade for quite some time.
My dad goes back to the early 70s when he got on the parade committee. He was chair 40 plus years ago. My brother was chairman of the parade 14 years ago. So it's a family legacy, and one day I hope my daughter gets involved.
One of the things about the Calgary Stampede Parade, it is an iconic event that happens every year here in Calgary. For someone who's never seen or is unfamiliar with the Calgary Stampede Parade, how would you surmise it?
I would say it's a unique parade in that it's got a Western theme, and it has Western traditions and heritage and values. It's not the Old West, it represents our city as the New West, and celebrates the diversity in our city and the diversity in the province of Alberta. It really showcases it. You can come down and see some great floats, some amazing bands from all over the world, horse entries that are absolutely stunning, the work that goes into those, some heavy horse hitches, and then we have also miscellaneous entries, charity entries that come in, and nonprofits.
Michael, there are people lined up for hours and hours before the parade starts. This is, for some people, just it's can't miss. You can't miss this event. It's some people get psycho about this.
It's the kickoff.
And you've met them.
I have. I've gone and talked to them at 4 o'clock in the morning. They go out the night before and set their chairs out. Some families have been going there for 35, 50 years, sitting in the same spots. It's a tradition. Our chair's family have been going down there, I think, close to 50 years, the whole family. There's 20, 21 or 25 of them. They go there every year. You can't miss.
So someone who's watching on the sidelines is saying to themselves, I want to be a part of this. I want to have a float. I want to be I want this iconic day. I want to be a part of this. So you get approached by a lot of people who have questions for you.
Yes.
But you've done some smart things and said, look, we have a way to answer those questions.
Yes. It's all about communication for us, and we're bringing something back that we had many years ago. We haven't done it for probably 10 years, but we're bringing back a parade workshop. And it's really about enhancing the guest experience, not only for the guests that will be in the parade, but those sitting along the parade route. And so we bring them in and we say, all right, here's the safety issues. That's first and foremost that we want you to look at. How are you going to engage our crowd? The overall visual appeal of it, Western heritage that you're going to put into sort of the Western flavor, and commercialization. So we want to address those issues with them. And, we have some of the float builders coming down to talk to them to say, here's what you can do, here's how you can up that game, because we really want to have the wow factor for our guests along the sidelines, so we can engage their children and engage the parents and just make it a good experience for everybody.
Is there a limit to the number of floats?
It depends on the entries. Typically, we get about 250 applicants a year, and we narrow that down to about 130 entries.
So half?
Yeah, almost half.
Wow.
So we tend to, there's a lot of entries, and then we'll work with the entries that maybe didn't get in this year. We'll coach them to try and just up the game a little bit, to change what it looks like to get them in next year.
And so why are some of those ones not succeeding? What is it they're missing?
Well, sometimes it's just little things that they just need to change the way something looks a little bit. The floats year after year, and the entries, horse entries, heavy horse, they just get better and better and better. The people really get excited about getting involved with the parade, and so they just look at it and say, well, what are we going to do? You know, how can we make this more exciting for the people along the route? Step up the game. Absolutely. Because right now, we as spectators, we're getting used to it. Absolutely. But we want to be entertained. We want something just to bam, pop out at us. Yeah. There's a lot of returnees. Yes. Do they attend some of these workshops as well too? Absolutely. They're always contacting us and saying, how can we make our entry better? How can we make it more exciting? And like we had an entry last year, Beakerhead. Now, not Western themed by any means, but amazing. The crowds absolutely loved it. And then you saw Vulcan's float with Star Trek, and of course we had Shatner, which kind of all tied nicely together. But you just need things that people will look and go, wow, wow. Over the years, favorite of yours? Can you think of one offhand? Oh, because I know. I was thinking the same thing too. So many. There are so many. I love the pipe bands. It's just something that gets to me, the sound of the pipe and the drums as they go down. And we always love the military.
the uniforms that they wear. Yeah,
and the kids love the tanks. Yeah.
Who doesn't love a tank? I remember a couple years ago, you had tanks just spinning around on night. I loved it.
They do that every year.
It was awesome,
You
man.
can still go see the marks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's where the marks are. Okay, if you'd like more information, you can also go to www.parade.calgarystampede.com, and your entries have to be in by
the end of February.
The end of February. So you still have time, but go to this workshop. It'll help big time, won't it?
You bet.
Michael, thanks for this.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to another great year at Calgary Stampede, buddy.
We are too.
It is Michael Weatherup. He's the first vice chair with the Calgary Stampede Parade Committee, and cannot wait for another Stampede Parade. Here's something else that's going on in our city. It's called Live Right. The inaugural Live Right Gala will honor the Southern Alberta liver transplant team that helps patients in their liver transplant journey. If you'd like more information, for tickets, 403-276-3390. This is Trending on Shaw.